Good afternoon. It's Miss Brienne from the Pickerington Public Library. Today I want to share with you some tips for rhyme time. Traditionally in the library, rhyme time is our early literacy class for 0 to 23-month-old children, for parents, caregivers, grandparents, whoever would like to bring their kiddos in. And we try to choose books that are obviously going to be appropriate for kiddos. So any reading that you're already doing to your kids is perfect. Anything you can read is lovely. But we just want to show you some different things that are really appropriate for babies. So if you come to the library and you're not sure what to choose for a baby, we'd be happy to share some of our selection with you. So we're going to be talking about board books. These are the books that are going to be most appropriate for these kiddos. If you're not sure where those are in the library, in the Pickerington Public Main, they are near the barn. And at the branch, they are near the back of the children's area. Again, any librarian would be happy to help you find these items. So let me give you some tips here about the different kinds of board books that we have and what the different kinds of board books do. Again, they're all interactive. Any reading you do is perfect, but there are some things that are going to work out for little kids for sure. The more you read to children, the more their vocabulary is going to expand. Even before children can talk, they are listening. That is how they learn language. So any reading we can do, we want to encourage that. So we need to make book reading fun for little kids because they're not sure what to do. We have to show them what to do. So taking the time to read with our babies is really important to start that early literacy exposure, letting them understand what books are. It's also a great time to just kind of relax, and it's good time for you and the baby together. So let me show you some of our examples here. This is a pretty simple touch and feel book. And these are pretty good because they're pretty interactive. They can give the baby a lot to do while you are reading the book. So you can read the book to the baby, and the baby can be looking at the different pictures. This kind of has like a felt feel to it, so they can feel what the pig feels like. Find another one here. Cow's kind of fuzzy too. So it gives a little texture, it gives them something to kind of work with while you're reading the books. Another great thing about board books is that they can be tossed and they're not going to get easily damaged. Kiddos might put their mouth on them. That's okay. They're easy to wipe off. So board books are very, very appropriate for babies. Here's another one. I call this one kind of like a response book. The book is asking you and the child to do something. So if your baby can't respond, you can help respond for them. But this one simply shows different animals. Wolf says dog, can you woof too? And then you can woof and see if you can get your baby to woof too. If they're not quite there yet, then again, you're just giving examples of what these different animals do. You can make buzzing sounds. You can talk about bees, you can talk about the colors. So that's kind of a response-driven type of book. Another type of book that babies love is pictures of real babies. You can see all different kinds of babies. This one in particular goes through different facial expressions. So maybe you could emulate some of those different facial expressions. Maybe make the sound yuck and then make your yucky face so you can get the baby to make a yucky face as well. There's a yummy face, stinky face. So these are pretty fun because the babies look like each other, right? You might think, hey, that baby looks like me. This is a fun type of book. I call these like a predictable type of book because the same thing keeps happening throughout the pages. So in this book, they keep asking how big a baby, the baby animal is, and they'll say so big, and then the question will be, how big is baby? And it's also so big. And guess what happens on the next page? Same thing. How big is the baby penguin? So big. How big is the baby? So big. So they kind of have that predictive type of storyline, which is entertaining for kiddos because they know what's going to happen, so they feel like they can help as well. Another interactive type is going to be a lift the flap book. So here's a question, where is baby's mouth? And you take down the flap, maybe you do some guessing, and you'd say, oh, behind the cup, behind the cup. And there are flaps throughout this book. Oh, where's baby's belly button? Oh my goodness. Oh, this one flips up. Woo! oh, baby's belly under her shirt. So again, pretty interactive. You can flip the flaps. We have different kinds of flap books at the library. A pretty popular type of board book are concept books. We buy a lot of these books. We have these available for you. We've got numbers, letters, colors. So concept books basically just teach you those beginning concepts of numbers, letters, colors. So in this one, you could go through the different numbers, count things out. This one's kind of cool too because it's an accordion. Another cool thing about this book is that it's got a lot of black and white in it. That's really good for newborns. Newborns can't see a lot of color. They're going to respond better to black and white pictures. So this would be pretty good for a newborn maybe to take a look at because of all that black and white imagery. And the last one I'm going to show you, I like this one because it's got a little bit of everything. This one has rhyming in it. We'll talk about rhyming here in a second. It's also a concept book because it's about colors. It's also got pictures of real babies. So this one kind of hits all those main points. So the thing that's great about rhyming is even with this simple text, I'll read you a page or two. Rhyming kind of creates a rhythm, a pattern that the babies can kind of predict what you're going to do. It's very soothing. So when they hear those patterns, it can be very calming for them. So here's the first page. Bright-eyed baby, special smile, showing off her purple style. So they kind of get into that rhythm of those rhyming words. This one's nap and cap. And again, real pictures of babies, and it's about colors. Nice slice. So those are the different types of board books that we have at the library. Again, we'd be happy to help you choose some items for your baby. And I hope those were helpful tips that can help you at home with your baby. And we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.